G'day guys, Fitcho here. Now today I want to talk to you guys about F1 2018 Career Mode, which is going to be coming to the channel very shortly. But before I do get into the F1 2018 part of this video, I do want to talk about a few things. I want to get a couple things off my chest regarding Career Mode, regarding the channel, whatnot. I'll do my best to keep this short, sharp, concise, not ramble too much, but it could get a little bit rambly. But nonetheless, I just want to say some stuff, get some stuff off my chest. So, as I'm sure you guys all know, my channel is very much built on F1 game career modes, I should say, by Codemasters. That's what a lot of you guys will have subscribed for, and that's what really grew my channel. It all started with F1 2015, when career mode per se wasn't even a thing. It didn't exist in that game, but you did like a championship season with a driver, and I sort of went against the grain a little bit on this game and went with Nico Rosberg, the top team, Mercedes at the time, but I put a twist on it, and I started last in every race. And to date, that is the only career mode I've done with more than 6 episodes that I've actually finished. All 19 have over 1,000 views, which is absolutely bonkers. The first proper career mode I ever did, I started that with less than 200 subscribers. By the time I finished it, I had just under 500, I do believe. But still, every episode, all 19 episodes, have over 1,000 views to date, which is absolutely blows my mind. It's by far probably my most successful career mode series I have ever done, and it was the very first one I did. You know, then I moved on into the Fitcho career. I tried to put a twist on it and pretend to be my own driver, but I was very limited because I didn't have a PC at that time. F1 2016 came out. I did a couple of career modes that I didn't enjoy that much, and then I took about a month off. I spent a lot of time modding the game, and I turned the entire F1 field into the GP2 field, or F2 field as it is known nowadays. And I did a full season on that, and that was so much fun. The series did fairly well, not quite as well as the Rosberg career, but I had so much fun making that. And then I converted that, kept that storyline going into the Toyota career, where I modded it again. I brought back a few teams like Tyrrell and Toyota. I drove for Toyota. I did only manage to get 6 episodes of that done, but all 6 of those also have over 1,000 views, which is absolutely crazy. So as you can see, for that 2-year period from F1 2015 coming out to the end of F1 2016, I was consistently uploading career modes, and my channel was doing really well, growing at a nice rate throughout all of that time. Then F1 2017 came out, and this is where things got a little bit weird on the channel. So, I started my career mode, I got 3 episodes in, and at this stage, this was when they brought out they really upped the whole development part of the game. I went with Williams, who weren't terrible at the time, but they were definitely a midfield team, and I wasn't enjoying the game that much in terms of the development part of it. I just wanted to get out on track and race, and I wasn't having that much fun with it, and the videos took a long time to make for me. I put a lot of effort into them, and I was coming up to my final end of high school exams, which the way it works in Australia are very important. Pretty much your results in those exams completely determine if you get into uni and stuff. So I decided to end that series. I kept some content going for the next little while, but eventually I had to stop YouTube completely shortly after that to focus on my exams, which obviously you can understand why. I wanted to get into uni, and my real life, my education is far more important than my channel, unfortunately. And then I came back a bit after that. I took a break throughout some of my summer, and then I came back, and since then I've been really strange with how my content's been, let's say. I've been trying different things, expanding into different areas, but I haven't had a career mode series going on the channel since like a couple weeks into F1 2017, when I ended the Williams career after 3 episodes because, you know, life was getting in the way. And in that last 12 months, the channel has suffered. I've stepped away from career mode, tried other things, and everything has suffered, and I feel it's time to actually go back to career mode. I do enjoy it in some ways, depending how I do it, and that's what grew my channel originally, and that's what I do want to focus on again. I want to bring that back as a focus on my channel. When people are watching my career mode videos, they're watching my videos on a regular basis, and they're more likely again then to click on some of the other stuff I'm also experimenting with. So I do want to bring back career mode, but I do want to put a little bit of a twist on it, do it a little bit differently to how everyone else is doing it on F1 2018. Now, obviously, the whole development part of the game is such a huge aspect of the career mode now. Pretty much everyone doing a series on it is heavily focusing on that, like going with Alfa Romeo Sauber, going with Williams this year, that sort of stuff, doing that sort of road to glory stuff. That's what everyone is doing, and I'm sure you guys who watch a lot of career modes like Ben Arava, maybe Matt212, Tom, you're going to start getting sick of all that stuff. And I personally am not a big fan of the whole development side of the game. Personally, for me, I just want to get on track and race cars, really. That's what it's all about for me. I just want to get on track and have fun, and, you know, pissing about in practice doing these programs, then trying to work out how to develop my car and all that. It's not that fun. Like, I kind of get it. I kind of get why people enjoy it, and it's cool a little bit, but it starts to grate on me a little bit, and I don't enjoy it that much. So I want to sort of change it up a bit, go against the grain, and sort of kick my channel back into motion. And I'm sure you guys are sort of getting a vibe where I'm going with this, if you've sort of been paying attention to what I was saying and looking at what footage I've been playing in the background. So, my plan for F1 2018 is to go against the grain, do something completely different to what other people are doing. What I'm going to be doing is going with one of the two top teams, Mercedes or Ferrari. Now, I'm going to leave that up to you. There'll be a straw poll in a link to a straw poll in the description. You guys can decide which team you want me to drive for, Mercedes or Ferrari. And I might also put two additional straw polls in there for each team, so you can pick who you'd prefer as my teammate. So, I'm going to be driving as one of the two top teams. Now, you're probably already thinking that could get a bit boring. But no, it's not going to get boring, trust me, because I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with the Rosberg career, because that was probably the most fun, maybe equal with the GP2 career that I've had making a series, because fighting through the field in a top car is actually a lot of fun. It's not quite like real life where everyone just steps out of your way, and especially with the new F1 2018 AI. I've been seeing some of the footage from the press events I've had. The AI are super racy this year, and it's just going to make this series a lot harder and a lot more entertaining. So what I'm going to be doing, going with one of the two top teams, you guys decide. I'll start last every race, skip qualifying and everything, we'll get straight into the video, and I'll be sitting there on the grid in 20th place already. Cut out all the bullshit, just get straight into the action, get straight into the race, and hopefully it'll make a very entertaining series. The goal is going to be to win the World Drivers' Championship. Obviously, the constructors would be nice along the way. I am going to do a little bit of the development thing in that, and pretty much the only thing I'm going to be doing with that is pretty much every time the other team, so if I'm with Mercedes, every time Ferrari upgrade, I'll try to do an upgrade just to counter, just to keep Mercedes and Ferrari pretty much level on pace, so it can get really interesting at the front. It'll be a proper sort of four-way battle with me, Hamilton, Vettel, Raikkonen, or whoever it ends up being as the three other drivers, the one I haven't replaced, and hopefully it will make for a very entertaining series. Now, also, I'm not going to be starting this right when the game comes out. You know, when the game comes out, everyone's just rushing out. Career mode's not putting that much effort into it. They just want to get them out there and get the views straight away when the game comes out. And I'll be honest, I get why people do that. I do that myself quite often. But this time, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a step back. I'm actually going away, which is part of the reason for this. So I'm going to take a step back, let everyone just rush out their content at the start. There's going to be an absolute flood of content. You guys are going to be bombarded if you follow these other YouTubers, which I'm sure you all do. There's going to be so many series you're going to be trying to watch and everything. It'll probably be overwhelming, but about 3-4 weeks, probably 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I've written the date down somewhere. I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember it. I'm going to start my career mode a few weeks into the game, and then hopefully it goes well of doing something different, going against the grain. I'm sure you guys will be bombarded with those sort of Road to Glory style series, and maybe something a bit different, someone starting at the back in a fast car and just belting through the field, having some fun, having some racing, and just having a good time and all that with lots of action. Might be something that interests you guys. So that is what originally grew my channel, and that was what a successful series on my channel really was. The most successful series ever on my channel, so that's what I want to go back to. So, straw polls in the description. You guys can decide Mercedes or Ferrari. I might not 100% go with what the straw poll says, or see how I feel on the day, but I'll definitely take the straw poll very much into consideration. I definitely want to hear from you guys, and that's going to do it for this video. It has turned out to be quite rambly, but I've managed to do this, record this entire video in the first take, which for me is a massive achievement. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, found it informative. Make sure you do vote, and I hope you guys are all very excited for the return of career mode onto my channel with the F1 games. In terms of how many seasons I'm going to do, I don't know, it could be 2, 3, 4, I'm not too sure really. I'll do one with Mercedes, one with Ferrari. I'm not too sure where I'll start and when I'll switch to the other team, if I can, assuming I get the contract offers and I'm winning titles. I hopefully should, or competing for them, let's say. And I'll just have a little bit of fun. Hopefully it turns out to be a good series, and I hope you guys all do enjoy it when it eventually does drop. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure you do leave a like on the video. Make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already, and with notifications on, so you do know when this new series does drop a few weeks into the life cycle of F1 2018. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.